Hello, everybody. All right. Looking forward to a good chat today. Let's see. Last couple of sessions were very exciting, so I hope we can have some good participation from the audience today as well. Hello, welcome to the live stream. If you joined, please send me a message in chat. Uh, okay, of course. LR, if you could introduce yourself a bit. Is this Lakshmikant? It would be great. But in any case, thanks a lot for making the time uh, to join the stream today. All right. So today's topic, as I saw in the last stream a few hours back, people were very, very eager to talk about AI and its impact on the society. There were some positive and negative aspects of AI that people were curious to discuss about, and there's in general there's a lot of concern in among the folks. I mean, among all of us, to how this AI is going to impact our the society and the people and the businesses. Of course, the impact on uh, each stakeholder or each kind of business will be different, but we can definitely have a good discussion on this. So I have seen that some of the I mean, there's different kind of impact, I would say. Economic impact, ethical impact, and then there's impact on the society and the culture as such. There will be cultural shifts. There will be, just like the impact on any major innovations, including let's say electricity or the internet. So I mean, or automobile. All these inventions or innovations had great impact on the society as a whole. Uh, and AI is going to impact every single aspect of the society, like healthcare, education, even arts and creativity, and even going at a much higher level on some people are concerned about a super intelligent AI and which will take over humanity and whatnot. And the biases in AI, and how it's going to have impact on the environment, sustainability, and whatnot, right? So how it's going to impact jobs. I mean, I remember a similar concern was there in the late 80s and 90s, when there were a lot of businesses were being computerized, including banks and such. A lot of people were really worried about their jobs. But overall, after uh, after we saw the computerized and internet-based solutions were deployed, society essentially had a positive impact as a whole. Some jobs were impacted, but those jobs were not probably not the right jobs in any case. Nobody really wanted to do those jobs. So, yep. Um, yeah, I mean, I know there were people worried about jobs of housemates when Roomba, or the automated vacuum or robotic vacuums came in the market. People were really worried about uh, uh, these the housemates or servants losing jobs. So any kind of concern is essentially has some good uh, basis, and most of it is generally not that uh, not the right kind of. Most of the concerns that people have with any new innovation or technology is because of not understanding or limited understanding of the innovation or the technology. So I think with AI that is also the same. And in any case, any innovation has to be implemented in an ethical way, and in a way that it does not negatively impact the society as a whole. And even if it fails at some points, there are checks and balances in place to limit the impact of it or to self-correct it. That's my thoughts on the impact on AI. If you have any questions, LR, or anybody else in the audience, anybody who joined recently, please introduce yourself. I know there's Lakshmikant in the chat, but I see some more folks in the chat. So please do say hello in the chat so that I know you are there. Unless you want uh, to remain anonymous and keep hiding, that's a different thing. But I would welcome any questions from you, Lakshmikant. Do you have any points to make? I know, unfortunately, the only way you can participate in this chat is in this live is through chat. So otherwise, it's just me talking all the time, which is what I don't like. I would like to hear from you as well on your questions or concerns or any points you want to make or any feedback for me. If there's something you would like me to cover, if there's something I missed. Yep. I'll stop talking and wait for your. Hey, Nihar, good to see you finally. How are you? So, Nihar, I sorry to disappoint, but I'm not an AI expert. I'm still learning. So, uh, I would probably we all can learn together, right? But yeah, I think we all can. One of the ways we can learn together is by uh, asking each other questions and sharing what we know already. So I welcome any questions from you, any of the participants in this chat. Yeah, so we were in this chat, we are particularly talking about a very important point which was raised in the last live session, like I think about 10 hours back. Like, what is the impact on jobs and society as a whole and humanity as a whole? So, yeah, I mean, someday I'm probably going to have a two-way audio video session with the audience. I still don't know how to do it. I can use probably StreamYard or maybe Twitch or something. But right now, the only way you can communicate to me in this chat is through this chat. Okay. Lakshmikant, is asking, have you come across any real life examples where jobs are lost to AI? Let me think. I believe I'm seeing people being retrained. I haven't seen people losing jobs. Maybe there were jobs eliminated before hiring, and I do see people different in different departments being trained in using AI tools, especially generative AI. I see many engineering teams, especially in Amazon and other companies, being and many managers being retrained how to use uh, what do you call AI assisted coding. And as recently, one of I mean the Amazon one of the Amazon CEOs announced, sorry, the Amazon CEO announced that they were able to save millions of dollars by automating porting of some legacy code into one of the modern Java platforms. So that's one example, and I'm sure they essentially saved millions of hours of software or rather coding time. That means many of the jobs may have been lost because of that. I'm sure, and many of the jobs were would probably have been many of the potential openings would have been eliminated. So yep. So Lakshmikant, good point. AI is creating new jobs, but honestly, I strongly feel jobs have been lost because of AI already, either open positions or existing jobs, or people are being retrained. So yes, there is already impact being seen. I've seen even executive assistants using being trained to use AI and AI tools, and they are. I'm sure that whatever work used to take a few days' time is now being done in minutes already. I have seen there are agent marketplaces, AI agent marketplaces like agent.ai, where people can create their own agents with no code or low code, and they can actually they can sell their services. They can create those AI agents and sell their services. People can subscribe to those services. I believe many of these services uh, would be eliminating at least two people's jobs. So yeah, every each of us has to evolve. When spreadsheet was invented in the 80s or maybe late 70s, there was a lot of concern that hey, accountants and such will lose their jobs. But I don't think that happened. We still have accountants around. It's just that they do higher value. I mean, they do a different kind of more complicated work. And as the society evolved, the businesses evolved in the last 3 4 decades. Even I mean, a lot of low or simple jobs were was being done by spreadsheets. So essentially, we will evolve as a whole, just like we embrace the internet, the automobile, and computers in the last 4 or 5 decades. We will embrace AI as well in daily lives. Niharika, good question. If you could create a programming language from scratch, what would you do differently or similarly to currently existing languages? Very good question. Niharika, is it related to AI or in general? Okay. So, honestly, there's tons of no code platforms evolving which use AI at the backend to do the job by using drag and drop or uh, minimal prompts. I know a team in Amazon is using using automated or rather AI driven coding to port uh, port millions and millions of lines of code for a very big customer customer. I mean, this is a product done in COBOL long back, and they are using AI, automated coding to port it in Java. Now, most of this work will require very minimal programming. That's what that's what they are doing. And when I heard about it a year back, I was totally shocked that they are already using AI coding tools, AI based coding tools to port legacy code written in COBOL into some Java or something more modern, which would have taken millions and millions of hours of code, or days, man days of coding. Now, in this scenario, where what is the what kind of programming language will be created from scratch? I haven't thought of it yet. I believe we are very close to using human language. So what we used to call fourth generation and fifth generation languages. So I believe we are close to a level where we don't need programming language, uh, any new programming languages as such. uh, Maybe we will create programming languages. I may be wrong. Maybe we will create some intermediate programming languages that will be AI friendly. I think that's what is going to happen. So whenever we want something to be done, definitely, just like when you let's say, I will give an example of machine language, and then assembly language, and then our and a language, modern language like Java, or human friendly language like Java or C++. uh, so essentially, when we write code in let's say Java or C sharp, it or C++, essentially it gets compiled, and then it generates maybe assembly or machine learning or maybe some bytecode and such. So there are some intermediate programming languages working in between, right? Eventually, it all translates to machine language. So I believe there will still be need of some intermediate language, which the AI program will understand. So it's an interesting thought, and really very, 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 very good question, Niharika. Uh, Hi, ABR. Thanks for joining. So, okay. I got some more questions, Niharika. I hope I answered your questions in general, but I believe there will be, just to summarize, there will be some intermediate programming languages created, which will be AI friendly. So some inefficiencies in the languages that we know about, that we are using right now, those will be taken care of to be more AI friendly. I don't know what that language will look like, and probably some of these languages have already been invented in some big companies like Meta or Amazon. So, yep. All right. So, LCNC, Niharika says LC. Sorry, Lakshmikant says LCNC are for users with no programming languages. Under the hood, it's still a lot of code that someone else wrote and made it commercial to make money, isn't it? Yes, Lakshmikant. I think by LCNC you mean low code, no code, right? So under the hood, still a lot of code, and I think this relates to Niharika's point. What kind of programming language we'll need in future? So just like we invented uh, different user friendly or programmer friendly programming languages, we will invent a AI friendly programming language that will take care of what AI needs. And Yep. So low code, no code is essentially another evolution, which is using the regular programming language under the hood. But I strongly feel people must have already learned what inefficiencies are there in generating that code, which is probably not required. Maybe Python, I don't know, maybe Python or Java code uh, is being generated from the low code, no code platforms or tools. But this much code may not even be needed. So I'm sure somebody has already created some intermediate language or solution. So is that did I answer your question, Lakshmikant? Good. So ABR, all right. You had some very good questions in the last session. Hopefully, I can get some more good questions or ideas from you. I see. I think I see some more people joining. Please say hello so that I know who is there. I'm just really excited about so much of participation, and I'm learning as well. I'm trying to, from your questions, I'm getting a lot of homework too, and I want to make these sessions more and more helpful in future. And honestly, I have seen a lot of AI this year impacting my life as well. And But it's just that it's not on top of my head. I can in the next few days I will try to recall whatever I have seen and give you more specific examples. One thing I forgot to talk about in the last session is impact on healthcare. I know at least two entrepreneurs personally who have created tools, AI tools to help hospitals and doctors to diagnose diseases from presence of any diseases on in the scans, in the scan images, and that's already working. And in some cases I have learned is more efficient than a radiologist or a doctor manually visually uh, trying to identify the problem in the scan. So yeah, and like I said, one of the people I know is already using building some AI solutions for a variety of different businesses to solve different kind of business problems, like like what do you call uh, uh, theft of items, or in let's say mining industry, theft of goods and such. Also, I mean, uh, I've seen. I mean, I already like many years back, about 8 years back, I have been to Seattle Amazon Go store where you don't need to use a you don't need to go to a checkout check out till or counter to pay. You just need to grab your whatever you want to buy and just get out of the uh, store, and that's it. And it seems unreal, but I have seen it personally. So I mean, all this is already impacting our lives. And in the morning I talked about these uh, ai based uh, uh, ai based uh, folks at the sorry ai based services that help you uh, in the uh, in the drive-throughs of, let's say, McDonald's or Wendy's or any such fast food chains. They're already using AI-based agents to take your order at the drive-throughs. And I was surprised to see McDonald's and some other companies are already using it in the states for the past 3 years, and it's just getting better and better, and it's helping businesses, in fact, very positively. If you talk about, there were some interviews I saw on TV from the business owners. They were like, "Hey, now I'm able to be open for longer hours, and my employees are able to do more productive work rather than handling, let's say, order fulfillment and talking to the talking to the drive-through customers at the same time. So their employees are a lot more efficient. And also, these guys told the business owners told they haven't fired anybody because of that. And these all these AI solutions at the in the drive-through, these are really almost 99% accurate in understanding human language and ensuring your order is accurate. And they even the way they talk is also like looks natural. So yeah, so it's already impacting our lives. And one more thing I recently noticed in LinkedIn, when you go and apply for a job, It prompts you for how your what you should do based on your resume in LinkedIn and your experience and the job profile. So it tells you what to do and how you fit the job role and what kind of your resume should look like to apply for the job. So at some day it will probably automate the application as well. So it tells you it gives you tips on what to do to apply for a certain job that's on its portal, that's there on its portal. So that's using AI as well. So there's a good point from ABR clips. Before talking about the job loss, we should know that how fine tuned the organization's requirements are, whether it is a replacement of service or entire transformation of service. Oh, that's a very good point. So AI would probably help in both ways by taking over some routine, easy tasks and replacing those with the automation. And also, it could transform a complete service or even create a very new service as well. Right? Very, very good point. For example, in case of let's say identifying theft of goods by trucks in a mining industry. Earlier, there was no easy way to identify until this AI solution was implemented. Uh, there was no way to stop the theft easily. So they created this new service using uh, what you call some camera-based solutions, AI machine learning solutions, and they created a brand new service. So there was no job loss because of that. Rather, uh, this problem was solved that existed, and no, there was no solution to it. Good point, ABR. And maybe can you be more specific of an example of transformation of a service, Sushant, or was my example kind of accurate? I mean, even in case of, let's say, automating job applications or helping you with job applications, whatever LinkedIn is doing is a totally new service. Or maybe it's, I mean, in earlier days, you would have to do it, spend a lot of time yourself in figuring out what to do for each job post and what to prepare for and how to customize your resume for each job post. I would say this is a new service. People would typically not pay money to anybody else for job applications, right? So I don't think any job was lost because of that. All right, Sushant, process versus operations. That's a good point. Um, I'm not sure if I am able to understand this without some more explanation on how AI will impact processes versus operations. Sorry, I'm not. It's not clear to me. Can you give me an example? Hello, new viewers. Please, thanks for joining. Please do introduce yourself or say send me a message, uh, um, unless you want to remain anonymous, so that I know who it is. And do ask me any questions or share your thoughts as well. It should not be a one-way discussion, right? Yeah, one of the concerns about AI on society is about removing biases in AI, ethics, as well as what you call privacy concerns, on data privacy concerns. There's concerns on AI using a lot of power and energy that could be used probably for some other purpose. And also, people are concerned about democratization of AI capabilities as well. Like people with access to AI, people with no access to AI. It's similar to people with internet access, or people with access to electricity, or people with access to computers. Okay. So so Sean, thanks for that. But yeah, I got it. So yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's we need to be. I mean, AI can work for us in many ways. Either it can either replace a service, or it can transform a service or a operational or some or operations, some part of operations. Yep. True. I mean, there are many ways you can optimize or automate in a certain organization things. I mean, processes in a certain organization, and sometimes it's cost, sometimes it's efficiency, sometimes it's labor, sometimes it's all of it. So, yep, that's a good point. Um, I haven't thought ABR. I haven't thought of impact on warehouses, how warehouses are being impacted because of AI, maybe some supply chain automation, or maybe some inventory management and forecasting you're talking about, or maybe scheduling of, let's say, transportation and such, or maybe placement of items in warehouse. I have seen a lot of times, let's say, picking of items in warehouse is affected a lot by where you and how you place the items that are to be picked, right? And also forecasting where you should move items based on the demand forecast. I mean, which warehouse is the most you should transport yeah, yeah, exactly, Lakshmikant. That's yeah, I'm talking about fulfillment centers slash warehouses. Yeah. So yeah, demand forecasting impacts essentially uh, where and how you transport uh, uh, your products, or where you store the products that have to be fulfilled. Yep, that impacts the whole supply chain. And we are talking about a lot of things, like a lot of ways AI is impacting a lot of parts of businesses and things. But honestly, I see the biggest impact on healthcare. Uh, uh, and we don't see, fortunately, on a day-to-day basis, but because obviously none of us wants to be sick, or see how things are being done at the back end in the hospital. But most of the impact I see is on the biggest impact is in the healthcare industry. That's what I feel. If you have some other ideas, let me know. And I believe most of the investments in AI have come from the healthcare industry. I may be wrong. Please let me know. I mean, I do see a lot of companies like Meta and Amazon and whatnot, or Apple, investing a lot of money in AI, but we generally don't talk about what healthcare is up to. And I believe they are already investing a lot of time and money and effort in AI. Okay, I'm waiting for some good questions or some more good questions. And thanks for liking the stream, everybody. Uh, Once you like, it becomes more popular, and uh, I get more and more audience, which is what is the need of our. If I get more subscription to my channel, I will be able to stream better. YouTube let me will essentially YouTube will open up more tools for me for live streaming once I have at least 50 subscribers. That's why I keep on requesting for subscription or likes to my videos. So please do subscribe to channel. I will send you the link to the channel uh, soon. One, I will share you the link to my channel in a moment in the chat. Uh, when you get a chance, please go there and like the videos and subscribe, so that I can invest more time in this and be better prepared in future. I need to essentially I have a lot of homework already from the last two streams to learn better and maybe create some good content on this. Any other thoughts on impact to humanity as a whole, or ethics? I mean AI ethics. Hello, I see some new participants. Please introduce yourself so that I know who it is, and or just say hello in the chat, or ask me any questions or share your thoughts. Today's topic is about AI's impact on society, humanity, and people and businesses. Well, it we are already, a lot of us are already using AI tools like Chat GPT and Siri and whatnot to solve our day-to-day problems. uh, I mean, from students to professionals to job seekers to whatnot. I've seen there are a lot of AI tools which let you create what do you call graphical. They have a graphical interface to create a chain of AI agents which would let you do one thing after the other. And you can create this workflow of agents and to get a certain series of tasks done automatically. Let's say it's suggesting let's say I have to travel to Rome. uh, so AI agent would let me know what are the best dates to travel, and based on your budget and availability, and it would book the hotel as well, and maybe order a cab, maybe even book you restaurant reservations in a few minutes, with just maybe a few clicks. And it will all be based on your in the data it has about you and your prompts. Yep. So Sushant, Sushant has a question or a point. I think the question to healthcare is that how can AI be integrated as an effective system to enhance patient outcomes while ensuring data privacy and compliance with regulations? So, Sushant, I think ensuring data privacy and compliance with the regulations is not new. With especially with healthcare industry, been, I mean, it's been there forever. So no matter or not, AI or no AI, data privacy and regulations compliance will always be a question. Now, the first part of your point is uh, how AI can be integrated as an effective system to enhance patient outcomes. Very true. I mean, the whole goal of healthcare industry is to enhance patient outcome at any stage, like whether it's identifying or diagnosing the problem, or whether providing efficient healthcare with low cost, uh, and of course reduce the time uh, to cure the patient. So yes, and yes, yes. I mean, obviously, the end goal of healthcare industry itself is to to enhance patient outcome. I would say AI should also be used to prevent. the onset of diseases in the society as a whole, not just help after the fact, right? I have seen, let's say, I have this Apple Health tool or application in my iPhone. I see it keeps on sending me some alerts at regular intervals based on the trends. It keeps measuring using my Apple Watch data from my Apple Watch. It keeps on measuring certain factors automatically, like how much exercise I'm doing, how much, uh, uh, what's my what do you call not blood, sorry, what's my oxygen level during exercising, what's my various things that whatever it can measure, what's my body temperature. So it keeps on the Apple Watch keeps on measuring these sorry, measuring these, and based on the data and the trend, it and some machine learning, it's already every month I get some alert or the other on whether I'm at risk for something. And it's just getting better and better every month. So I believe this is a preventative application in healthcare for AI, because these kind of alerts are prompting me to take care of certain things that I'm not doing already. Oh, thank you so much, Lakshmikant. I appreciate your time. I'm sure it's getting late at your place, so see you and have a good night. I hope to. Thanks for the good discussion. I hope to talk to you again soon. I see some new people joining the chat, joining the live. Please say hello to me so that I know who you are. And the only way you can chat with me right now in this live is through chat. So just say hello in the chat, and so that I know who you are. And of course, please do send any questions or share your thoughts on today's topic. Today's topic is about impact of AI in society, on society and people and humanity in general, or businesses, impact on businesses as well. Sushant says it's not, but it is a challenge from AI perspective. Not sure what you mean by it's not. uh, uh, and what is a challenge from AI perspective? uh, do you mean, Sushant, do you mean the preventative, uh, taking care of your health in through by using AI to prevent some diseases or problems? Or are you talking about using problems with challenges with using AI for healthcare once somebody becomes a patient? Or are you talking about before? I mean, both are challenges essentially. I mean, identifying, forecasting uh, potential issues uh, to your health based on AI, that is a challenge, and diagnosis and optimizing healthcare services, all of them are a challenge. Hello, I see somebody new joined. Please say hello and like this live stream as well. Please say hello in the chat unless you want to remain anonymous or ask me a question. Yeah, I see a lot of good participation in these chats for the last 2 days. So in these lives, and this is I'm already preparing some content on some of the questions on a variety of topics in the last couple of streams, and I'll be able to stream better in the coming days. I'll come better prepared, definitely. And I'm sure you are also investing a lot of time of yours in these, and I really thank you for that, for making the time to talk. So I mean, I want to tell about what my experience with, uh, let's say, last month I tried, uh, I have a Tesla, and uh, I tried full self drive capability uh, back in June, I believe, or July. And initially, I was skeptical of using it, but as I tried it uh, in different situations, I would say uh, my confidence in the AI self drive, AI based self drive, my confidence kept on essentially improving. And there was a point where I didn't want to drive without self drive. So that has already impacted my life personally, and someday I'm going to probably buy this service. I mean, it was not as efficient as I would be in some cases, but more often than not, it was. And in some cases, actually, I improved my own driving based on what it was doing. I'm not kidding. So in some cases, it was driving better than I did. Hello, Just Raj. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate your time. We are having really good discussion today as well. So it's my second day live streaming, and today's topic is impact of AI on people, businesses, society, and humanity as a whole. And I got some good points and learned a lot on the way as well. So Sushan says data privacy. Sorry, I was caught up on what you were saying. Data privacy, I meant with it. Okay. Yes, data privacy is a challenge. That's true. It has always been a challenge. Hi, Neeraj. Thank you so much for joining. Uh, Neeraj says, can we discuss the high hallucinations rate of AI chatbots ranging up to 25%? Is that not a high risk to humanity? Neeraj, good point. Uh, well, when you say hallucinations, I think you mean, uh, I mean, AI chatbots giving you cooked up or wrong answers, right? I've seen many of it already, and especially if you ask them math problems and whatnot. Uh, I mean, honestly, like I said, like risk with any technology or any innovation, including the car, your automobile, uh, to, let's say, any any other tool. There's risks with implementation already, but what we should do is essentially have checks and balances in place and rules in place uh, to mitigate the impact of any errors, what people call blast radius. So that's true for not just AI, true for implementing any solutions. We we should identify risks in advance and uh, and cater to for the best case or worst case scenario as well. I mean, AI chatbots are still evolving, and many of them have become very efficient recently. Uh, Honestly, I believe their hallucinations are okay, but it may be 25% right now, but it's improving very quickly. I hope that answers your question, Neeraj. I understood your point correctly. Or if you have any other thoughts on this, let me know. Something I didn't talk about yet is uh, there's a lot of impact on news, or what information or what messages are being conveyed online using AI, including AI videos, AI audio, AI text and whatnot, AI content, uh, people have to be, we all have to be very, very careful now in believing whatever we see online. We always should have been, but it's all the more uh, more, and it is a lot more important that we are very careful and we teach our kids, because kids may not know, and may not be able to differentiate between what's right, what's wrong, what could be false, what could be true, what's real, what's unreal. So we all have to be very careful, and when we see something online, we should not, even if it looks realistic, we should not believe in it. Right now, when I was creating the live stream, YouTube asked me whether the live stream contains any AI generated content or video. So I believe people are trying to already uh, flag if there's some AI or AI based content or something that's not real in the video. So I think people are trying to slowly and slowly check for these already. That's very interesting, Jasraj. Uh, Jasraj says that when he was interviewing recently, an AI took his interview and asked me questions and follow-up questions based on the resume. Oh my goodness, that's amazing! I never knew such a thing existed. And I believe it would have been a text-based chatbot that you're talking about. I hope it was not audio or video interviewing you. And Betty, you're saying it was very strict and failed me. It was voice based, amazing. It's called Mercor AI. Let me Google it. Mercor AI. Never heard of it before. Mercor AI. It failed you. Wow, man. I definitely need to know what this is. Mercor interview. Wow. I know there are online tools like Exponent that let you do peer to peer practice interviews or mock interviews, but this is crazy. I hope it was uh, just right. I hope it was not a real interview. Neeraj, like I said, the hallucinations rate may be 25%, and I do not think at this stage, unless I'm missing something important which I don't know about, at this stage we should have too many expectations from chatbot. We should always, uh, like with anything else, we should always take what do you call, take it with a pinch of salt, like whatever chatbot responses are, and it will evolve over time. If we really misuse that information, or we start believing in what the chatbot says without double checking it, will be in trouble in any case, right? Wow. So, Neeraj, now I understand your point better. You're talking about incorrect or incomplete info being used in healthcare, public policy and strategy, lawyers, judges, etc. Oh my goodness, Neeraj, I strongly feel if any organization is using uh, it already, like uh, without double checking the accuracy, it's completely wrong. They should have an ethical officer kind of role to AI ethics officer kind of role to essentially stop this, or to essentially validate and stop this. Nobody should be using uh, chatbot or any such tool which has which is plays such a critical role and has such a big failure rate, right? In critical, Neeraj says, in critical operations concerning life and death, decisions, healthcare, law, trouble, big time. Oh my goodness, I am not aware of any of this, Neeraj, and I think any organization using such a thing should be stopped. It's totally unethical. And the biggest concern in AI right now is AI ethics. And I strongly feel many organizations are already employing full time or part time ethics AI ethics officers, or uh, AI ethics uh, what do you call AI ethics officer, essentially, to who takes care of it. Near says Gemini, Bing, ChatGPT, Meta AI. Okay, Meta AI up to 25% health nation. Neeraj, that could be true, and I strongly feel any they these Gemini AI, Bing, ChatGPT, everybody, uh, all of these tools are not asking people to take their responses literally. You should always validate it. You should use it as a tool to simplify your task and to essentially save time. But you should, if you are using that information for a critical situation, you should always check it like 15 times. You should not use it. I mean, any without uh, validating the effectiveness. You should not use it anywhere. It's not just with AI, it's with any tool. You should, until you're very sure that 100% or 99.99999% sure that it works fine, you should not use it for any critical operations. I mean, just imagine if Tesla sends me a software update every week, and I, just like somebody gave an example of CrowdStrike situation a few weeks back, one of their software updates or drops or deployments brought down millions, well, thousands and hundreds of thousands of businesses worldwide. So uh, I just imagine a Tesla update messes up the AI logic, and it results in a crash. Uh, I believe Tesla would not use their AI solution even if its failure rate is 0.00001%. So, yep. So, like with any other solution, they should be nobody should be using it if it's got 25% failure rate. Neeraj, I don't. I believe this is not. It's not too early to roll out to humanity. Uh, with caveats, without rolling out to humanity, how do you do alpha testing? If you don't do alpha testing, how do you see people are reacting to it? How do you see people are using it? How do you get more content? How do you improve your model? So, uh, with some caveats, you can always roll it out to humanity. Neeraj, like I said, uh, I mean, this is the only way to uh, essentially, without getting interactions or inputs from or feedback from real people, you cannot really improve the system or the models, right? So I would say with caveats, you should always it's okay to deploy it, or it's okay to roll it out. Just that people should be warned not to use it for making life and death situations or making any critical decisions. Sushant says it is not early, but an effective system is required to put continuous monitoring and looping feedbacks. Yes, very true. Like I said, feedback loops are very, very critical. And whether it's automated feedback loop or whether it's manual feedback from the user, and continuous monitoring should be in place. I believe in pretty much each AI tool I'm using, they have either manual or some automated checks and balances in place, or they warn you uh, for to not make any critical decisions based on their tool. So, yep. And the only AI tool I see which is not warning you before using uh, is Tesla. I haven't seen any warnings there. When I use the Tesla self drive, I do not see any. Maybe I did not read it. Maybe I agreed to something which without reading, but I don't see any explicit warnings there. So I believe they have the right checks and balances in place already. before they roll it out. Hello, anybody who joined recently, please let me know who you are, or if you would like to be anonymous, please, it's okay. Okay, we are close to it's about 10 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm about to uh, end this stream. Uh, I will keep taking questions as long as they keep coming. Uh, so Neeraj says, instead of rollout to the entire humanity, it must have been rolled out for a limited audience, prototypes, no warning, disclaimers, etc., but high hallucination rate from AI chatbot. Neeraj, I have seen these solutions being rolled out to limited people. I will give an example of, let's say, Amazon Go automated checkout, or Tesla, even Tesla self drive. For the past so many years, it's being rolled out to limited audience. Many for the past many years, and I did not have access to it until its public launch an year back. Sorry, a few months back in Canada. So I strongly feel it's already been tested for years and years, for many years, to a limited audience. Maybe somebody did not, and I am very sure they are testing internally as well before they roll it out, like with any other tool, or to a limited audience. Sushant says maybe one day try in Delhi traffic. All you will get is warning. Um, Sushant, I don't know about Tesla, but there is an Indian company. Um, I forgot. It's called Swayat Robotics, and they are already solving. They already solved or built automated, or sorry, self-driving for Indian roads. So you should try out Swayat Robotics. So yeah. So I that's the name of the company, Swayat. I believe they are doing better job than Tesla on Indian roads. Neeraj, Meta AI, MS Bing, Gemini AI chatbots have no warnings to gullible users. Oh gosh, that's not a good thing, but we all should. Well, that's why we have the. That's a good point. We should not expect just these companies to warn us about it. We should educate each other. Or when, let's say, in the internet started, we warned our, let's say, elders, like our parents or our kids, about the uh, bad impact of not using the internet the right way. Right. Similarly, we should educate each other. We should talk to the society in general. We should talk to the people in our society in general about how to use it the right way. So we should not rely just on these companies, because they always have a way to say, "Hey, I told you so." Maybe when you signed up, you accepted our what do you call, the terms and conditions, and if you did not read it properly, it's not my problem. So uh, they can already always get away with it. So we should teach each other about how to use these tools. Sushant, I think I need to look into it. I do not know if it's 45% error rate. I have no idea, uh, depending on the chatbot you're using. But I think it's just getting in better and better over the years. So some initial chatbots I used were really crappy, but this year I'm seeing much more improvement. Yes, Neeraj, very true. Gemini is Google AI chatbot. And I have tried it as well. I have tried some other chatbots as well. Sorry, yeah, I've tried some other uh, tools as well. Neeraj, I don't think I would call Gemini or Meta AI as a chatbot. A chatbot for me is a solution, a custom AI solution implemented in an organization to solve a specific problem. So uh, Gemini, I mean, like we call it, these are all generative AI tools and chatbots in some way. But I believe in general, uh, in the industry, AI chatbots are more specific solutions, AI solutions for their specific business needs. All right, all right. Whoever has joined recently, please introduce yourself. Neeraj says risky products rolled out to the world without any disclaimer. Call them large language models. Yes, Neeraj, is true, but it's our duty to be aware of how to use it the right way and teach each other how to use it the right way. Neeraj, why companies are not bound? Well, for any, I believe any innovation has to be rolled out with by taking some risks. If we all, if as a humanity we are always duty bound and have to follow our rules to the every single rule, uh, we will never be able to innovate or do any what do you call transforming innovation. Almost all innovations, I read it a few years back, most of the key innovations in the society were brought about by flouting or not following a law. If the inventor tried to follow laws, they would never be able to bring about that product. So all most of the innovations in the industry in the world, in the history of the world, not just AI, was uh, was essentially uh, most of the inventions or most of the innovations were implemented by ignoring or flouting a certain law. So laws are not written in stone. Laws have to change based on the need of the evolving needs of the society as well, right? So laws are written based on the current needs of the society or the current norms, and the norms keep changing as per the needs, right? I hope that helps, Neeraj. So yeah, companies are duty bound to help the humanity, not be nasty or if that's always true, not just in case of AI. There, I mean, all the organizations should ensure that their tools are not misused, right? I mean, if you let's say if there's a company which manufactures knives, uh, they have to ensure that it is built for a certain purpose and used by the people the right way. But again, a company that builds knives cannot stop any rogue person from misusing the knife, right? Neeraj, I would suggest you give a specific example where there was a real impact. That would be a lot more helpful. All right, everybody who has just joined, I was thinking of closing this. I've been streaming for more than 5 hours today, close to 5.5 hours, which is great. It's been a lot of fun, but it's kind of late here today and I'm a bit tired. But Your questions and your participation keeps me up. So I will wait for some more time. When the questions stop coming, I will close the stream. If I don't see questions coming or participation for about 5 minutes continuously, I will have to close the stream and schedule another stream on a different topic. So do suggest me a topic that you like, and I will ensure that uh, ensure that the next stream, some of the upcoming stream, would cover that topic. All very good questions and discussions today. Thank you so much, everybody. And I have definitely learned a lot from all these discussions. Neeraj says, think of a medical attendant using AI search engine for patient's care. Getting wrong info results in demise of the patient. Neeraj, uh, is yes, very true. So with any other tool, even any AI tool should not be rolled out for uh, such a uh, critical task, right? Any unproven AI tool should not be used for that. And then, more importantly, the user should be very, very well trained and use the tool only for reducing the effort or optimizing their operations rather than using this information blindly. And that's true with anybody, right? I mean, I'm sure somebody in the hospital maybe using Google, let's say, search engine without AI to find information about a medicine or something. But then again, they would never use this information blindly. So why to? I would say they should be very diligent. They should always have checks and balances. They should always get the information reviewed by 4 or 5 different folks, or maybe have a much better robust solution, or rather process in place to validate the information, right? Agree? Yep. i mean I mean, at the end of the day, uh, the solutions should help uh, rather than being detrimental to the goal, right? So the end goal is taking care of the patients, right? End goal is patient safety and curing the patient, or even reducing the cost or time required to take care of the patient, right? Oh gosh, I'm already feeling a bit tired, which is a good thing. So I'm going to ask, in the next few minutes, I'm going to have a poll of what is the next topic. I'm creating a new poll uh, of the topic for the next sessions. So I hope everybody can see this poll I have. Please do vote what you would like to, what are the topics you prefer to talk about in the upcoming streams in the next few days. The first choice I have is career or interviews, and then culture and politics, spirituality, investing, business, finance. I will give you a few minutes to read to vote, and then go from there. So please, if you see the poll, it's online. It must be somewhere above your chat. Do click on the option that you would like to see as a as the topic of the upcoming streams. As you can already see, I am probably falling asleep a bit. I guess I sent this poll a bit too late, and there are not many people to vote. Okay, hopefully, Neeraj, hello. I don't know if you mean hello or bye, but uh, yeah, so I see someone voted for, I don't know who it is, but someone voted for this, having investing business finance as one of the topics. Yes, I am going to do that. Thanks for the suggestion. Sometime this week itself. Yes, Neeraj, I did read your last point. Yep, that should never happen. Any technology or tool used to that which is used the wrong way should never happen. It's not just about medical. Sorry, it's not just about healthcare. Even solutions like, let's say, self-drive, it should never uh, impact society negatively or result in a loss of a human being. That's very true. Okay. Um, I think I will have to. I'm making a note of topics for the next stream. Uh, I will. One of the topics that was suggested is investing, business, and finance, and there were a few good questions asked in the last couple of days on this topic. So I'm sure it would be a good discussion topic as well. Very good. Neeraj has a good question. Are tech companies not bringing risks by bringing mature products to humanity? Yes, very true, Neeraj. Yep. Neeraj, if you see, I mean, definitely if they are doing anything that bad, uh, they should be sued, of course. But I mean, I have very limited knowledge on this, so I wouldn't be able to say whether they should be sued or not. So Neeraj, it depends upon, I would say, the situation and the real need of suing a company. It's a very controversial topic. I would reserve my comments on it because I have very limited knowledge on this topic. All right, then I will drop in a few minutes, guys. I need to go. It's pretty late here, and I will go live again. I will schedule another live. Uh, I will. I don't know how today's will look like, but I believe I should be able to go live at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Uh, Eastern, and that would be 8:30 p.m. IST. So I would see you later. Good night. Thanks for joining and wonderful questions. So I will try to be online at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m., which is 11 a.m. Eastern time zone, and 8:30 a.m. IST. See you guys. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you for joining.